Okay, before I get into it, I'm gonna give you my credentials. I want you to know who's talking to you right now. Not a successful YouTuber, that's for sure. I'm 28 years old. I live in my sister's house with her husband and her child in a tiny bedroom. I am back in school, so I am a student once again. I'm not married. I don't have kids. I haven't, checked off every country on my bucket list. In fact, I haven't checked off most. Um, I don't have a huge bank account with stacks and stacks of money yet. There are things that I thought I would accomplish by this age that I haven't yet. Um, so yeah. Oh, and I'm living back in my hometown. These are all my credentials. Take them as you will. If you feel like you are behind in your life, especially as someone who's in their 20s, in their late 20s now, this video is for you. This video is for you, and please send it to anyone who you feel like might be thinking these thoughts, might be going through this, who might make themselves feel bad about the things that's going on in their life. Because sometimes we can't control everything, and we can't make things happen for ourselves. As much as we try, as much as we work, as much as we thought we were going to meet a certain milestone at a certain age, I thought I'd have this by now. I thought I would be this place in the world. I thought my career would look different. I thought my love life would look different. I thought I'd be on this sort of track. There are a lot of things I want to remind you of in this video, and I also want to share my own mentality and my own struggles. But this is a topic I love to talk about, so please strap in, because I definitely want to go into details about certain things. First of all, this video is not meant to make you feel bad. In fact, it's supposed to do the opposite. So if you just keep finding yourself in the cycle in your mind, because it is very hard to scroll on social media, to look at the people in your life and think you were supposed to be somewhere else, and instead you're here. Instead you're where I am, or in a different place. It's hard to do that. It's hard to walk around with your head high when you feel like you should hide. You feel like you don't have much to be proud of. You feel like you've wasted time. And that's the hardest thing to gripe with. It's the feeling of having wasted time, especially when you're like, when did I get here? When did I get to this age? When did I miss opportunities? Like, should have done things differently. And what I don't want you to do at any stage in your life, I know 19, 20, 21-year-olds who feel behind. So this video is for you too, but anyone even a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years older than you will tell you you're crazy. But even when I was 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and I was feeling a certain way, I had older people tell me, oh my God, you're so young. Like, you have absolutely no idea how young you are, which is true. But at the same time, that didn't necessarily help. But this acceptance of the idea is, I am young. Because I tell myself all the time, I am really young. Like, I just see the future as this really long path that's coming at me, and I'm really excited for it. And that's kind of what I want to get you to, is a shift in mindset. It's super important, and it makes life exciting versus daunting and anxiety ridden and like all these terrible things. The acceptance of, maybe I didn't spend my time as wisely, maybe I didn't invest when I should have, maybe I didn't travel when I should have, maybe I didn't, pursue that relationship. What I want to get you away from is panic and desperation, because when you start feeling panicked and desperation, and those are not bad things to feel, those are human things, but to fester in them and to live in those emotions makes you do things. It makes you sign up for things that maybe you wouldn't have signed up for a year ago. It makes you commit acts that you didn't want to, or that in the long run weren't healthiest for you or best for you. Like, I thought I would have these accomplishments by now. So then you try to skip, you try to like speed run things. And that could mean like being in a relationship with someone just because you feel like you should be at this point in your life, or having kids right away, or you get to a certain point where desperation starts getting at you and you're like, oh my God, how did I get here? I need to fix things really, really quickly. And it's possible. It is possible to get, like, I'm not going to say rich, make money quick, rich schemes work. I'm just saying that if you wanted money really, really quickly in order to like feel better about yourself, you can make it happen in really unsafe ways, really dramatic ways that you wouldn't have considered had you not felt so desperate. And desperation does that. And if you are in a safe place, if you are able to, live with family, or if you're still living with family, living with parents or something, if you're safe in terms of you're not going to be on the street and you're not on the streets right now, then I would take a deep breath, because it's not that I'm afraid you're going to regret things. I don't want you to become the person, like the desperate version of you. When you start falling more into desperation, you start becoming that person regularly. And I want you to remember who you are, essentially, and remember your dreams. And there's obviously a difference between delusion and like there's a difference between delusion and making active steps to better your future. Maybe you don't have the job that you want to have. I'm understanding that this video is very crazy. Like, I'm all over the place. I'm not going very linear, but these are all things that you need to hear. Maybe you don't have the job that you want. Maybe you're not getting paid the amount that you want. And that was my situation, right? Or maybe you had a touch of success early on and then it was taken from you, or things fell. That's also something I can relate to. As someone who was doing extremely well on TikTok in the early 2020s, and then kind of, I don't want to say fell off, but like my viewership definitely wasn't what it once was. And that kind of hurts the ego. It hurts, but it also humbles you. And I think that that's an important feeling to have. There were moments where I was really, really scared of where my money was going and what I needed to do next, that I became desperate. And me in desperation was stressed, unhappy, and trying to make things happen quickly, that ultimately I look back and I probably acted like a crazy person. And that's not me. That's not my reality. Who I am when I have accepted a lot of peace and look around at what I actually have. That's truly the point of what I'm trying to get at. I can't tell you how many things being grateful fixes. Being genuinely grateful. Being able to say, thank God my limbs work. Like, I'm so grateful for the bed I get to sleep in every night. I'm so grateful for hot showers. I can't tell you how important it is to be grateful for things you take for granted. And this sounds really stupid, but take a hot shower, because as someone who knows what it is to be in a country where a hot shower is not an option, where that type of plumbing is not an option. Whenever I was a kid and I visited my parents' countries and hot water was not a guarantee, air conditioning was not a guarantee, all of these paved sidewalks and roadways are not a guarantee. It really helps me when I go back there and I just think about how happy I was to come to my shower and turn it on and there's hot water waiting for me, and it's just such a luxury experience. You can't convince me of anything else. I'm the richest person in the world when I step into a hot shower. Richest person in the world. Nothing could really change that. I'm grateful for good meals. I'm grateful for my brain, my creativity. I'm grateful for just doing this, having this YouTube community. I'm grateful for the good shows that I get to watch, and to have the ability to live with my sister and have her open her doors to me when I needed help. That's beautiful. To be back in school, be accepted into such a beautiful program, where I'm learning so much. And I can feel as behind as I want to feel. But when you're living in gratefulness and gratitude, you are on top of the world. You're the best person on the planet in terms of everything you have. My parents are alive and well. I get to see my friends often, spend time with them. I may not be able to afford the mansion that I thought I was going to buy my parents at this age already. I may not have, I don't know. I may not have a New York Times bestseller yet. I may not be at those places yet. But they're coming for me, and I'm very aware of what the work that I need to do to get there. And I did not go into anything that I do, that's especially a personal project, thinking it was going to be a smash first. I didn't have low expectations. I had I don't want to say no expectations, because I feel like that's not truthful. But I went into all the things that I do, everything that I put out into the world. I go into it I'm happy that it is out there. And what happens after that. It's kind of like having a child. Like having a child, I'm gonna be proud of it no matter what it does. Like if it decides, if I had if I have a child and they decide I just want to like play outside in the dirt all day, you know, and you know, it would be really nice if my child was like winning awards and was a prodigy genius. Like that's cool, that's fun. But I'm so proud of you just playing in the dirt. Like I'm just proud of you as existing. That's how I feel about my personal projects, about my book and about my TikTok and my YouTube. Like they might not be the most successful things on the planet, but I'm just proud and grateful that it exists and that I was able to create it and put it out into the world. And that's how I feel about it. And it really helps when you change that mindset. It helps so much. If I'm expecting like this grand slam, like movie deals, all these incredible things, and I don't get them, and it deters me from moving forward and to keep on creating and being creative, then I've lost. I let that thing defeat me. Versus me just being proud that it exists and that even one person has looked at it. Just like I used to like look at artists sideways when they'd be like, even if one person listens to my music and like it, I'm happy. Like, and they were always the super successful people too. But I'd be like, okay, sure, but oh my god, is it true? Like that is a true feeling, that to just be happy. And I know that the more I create, the more grand slams I'll get and the more milestones, and I will reach places that people their whole lives will never reach. And I know that for a fact because I've done it before. I was able to build so much from the ground up. My TikTok, my YouTube, being an author at this age is actually a huge accomplishment. And I have to take those things and take pride in them and love them and keep creating, because the next book that I come out with, the next thing that I do, the next place I travel to, the next person I meet, like I might not have like these normal typical milestones, but I know my life is not typical. I know my life is different. I know that I spent my 20s in a different way than most people did. And that is also a point of pride where I'm like, this is the life that I have chosen and the life that I live. And I don't even feel like I've chosen it. It's the life that was meant for me. And it looks like this right now. And I'm not desperate to get out of it as soon as possible. I am excited to be a blessing towards my family because they have blessed me so much. I'm excited to give, and you know, with every lesson that I'm learning in this time where things are so uncertain and shaky, I take those lessons and I'm so excited to apply them to the real world when things change for me. Because even though I'm at this place in my life, I'm so grateful for it. And I know it's only up from here, like, because I know what rock bottom feels like. The beginning of this year was rock bottom for me. Like actually, it was getting to a point where it like I needed therapy. Like even though like my finances weren't great, I still paid for therapy because that's how bad it got in terms of mentality. I just felt so down and so bad. I felt like I couldn't make it to the next day, to the next week. It was really bad at the beginning of this year and tail end of last year. Like I spent New Year's alone. Like I didn't feel I don't know. I didn't feel like I was making it. And there was times when there was no prospects, no job, nothing was making it. And finally things came at the time that they needed to. And I look back and I'm like, that was perfect timing. I couldn't have asked for anything different. And I was just agonizing in the in-between, like killing myself in the in-between, like just stress. And, you know, and I don't want gray hairs for now. I'm okay without. So putting myself through that is not productive to me. And I love myself. And in order to love myself correctly is to take care of myself and to help myself grow. Kind of like a plant, just always telling it good things, always giving it good vibes and telling it really good stuff. So I do that to myself. Make sure I take care of myself, make sure I eat yummy things, and I dress myself in a way that I love. And yeah, so that is life currently. And if you are feeling behind in your life, and if you relate to absolutely anything I said, because I know I was all over the place, I'm never good at just being linear, then just know that gratitude is the thing that'll pull you out of it. And it's hard to be grateful when you look around and feel like, I have nothing to be grateful for. Find it. Find it. Find it. You have to. You have to. And if you can't bring yourself to do that, just try it. Just try it. I'm going to give that to you, because it is not delusion to be grateful for the things that you have in your life. It is not delusional and a waste of time, none of that, to appreciate walking on two legs, or to appreciate what you do have, the house you live in, the where you lay your head to rest, all the good content, movies and music that you enjoy, all of that stuff to be grateful for, all of it. So find it. If you are not in the practice of being grateful for the things around you, this is where you start. You got this. Like, you really do. Okay. Did that?